Nicely done indeed. This is gorgeous. I didn't, what I should have done before. Hope it's not too big because I'm just downloading it now. But no, you're pretty good with your file size. So let's take a look here. I want to open the PDF. Let's go ahead and back that down. Let's see what we got covered. Really nice, really nice. Just want to do something here real quick. Good. Now, one thing I want to mention is that to me, I think it would be logical to follow this color to open your spread. And let me explain why. I think this color here it's a good choice if we're looking at this as just these two pages because it's harmonious with the background of the portrait. That's great. Typography is handled beautifully. Nice job. Good job hanging your quote. My. Somebody's been paying attention. I love it. Good job. But anyways, what I'm saying is, so if we look at the whole thing as a body of work, we can see that that page indeed might not be the most harmonious pick, specifically because of its harmony with the blue, which I think is not anything to really be, create a screaming color harmonies about, because I'm just not seeing it. Obvious solution I think here is to either use a white background with gray and blue, and that's what I would do. I'd go straight to a white background here and use gray and blue type here, because you have gray and blue and white here, so might as well use it here with white background, gray and blue type. Decide what goes where as far as how you're going to do that. But that's what I would suggest. I think that's going to create a real nice cohesion between the couple of most important turns of this booklet would be the first and second page turn. So nice type. I like the relationship between. Now, listen, I want to tell you one thing though. I think we got a problem here, and let me tell you what it is. It's more obvious in your writing, I think. Where is your writing? Where did that go? Here it is. So you say you're using Gill Sans and Futura, and those are two geometric modernist sans. So they're really similar. So my point or my question is, why use something so similar when you're going to really create a visual statement by using something completely different? And that's one of the really basic techniques or tricks in typography to lock a viewer in, and that's using a serif typeface in combination with a sans serif typeface. It's stunning, and it can be stunning, and I recommend you do that here. Decide where, but definitely mix a sans serif in with your serifs. It's going to really, especially on your body copy pages, at least get, don't use those two. If you want to use Futura, use Futura, but use it for the head and the body copy, then use a serif for the subheads. I think that might be an interesting, combination. Okay, so you know what? I had the PDF up. I want to bring that PDF back up because I want to draw some guides. You know how I am with my guides. We can clearly see that your baseline is out of alignment. I'm going to get that up a little, just a little bit. I just want to start that again because we want to get that right where it needs to be at the baseline of that line there, so we can see that image is below, as is the caption. Caption is fine, but the caption's below. But that image is below too, and that baseline is well above that mark that I just made based on this column right here. So just to indicate that those are uneven, let's take a look at your baselines right here. We can see again we've got this uneven baseline here. Likewise here, technically you can align the bottom of that with the baseline. I think that would add some. Okay, and again, okay, and now I'm going to get into a little bit of page mechanics here and setup. I think this is going to make some sense to you. Typographically, I'm going to give you some comments typographically as well too. I realize this is placeholder text, but really be careful with your center type. One of the things I watch session after session while teaching typography is I watch students fall in love with centered type, with Justified Type, and I'm not a fan. I never was. That's my personal. I mean, I'm old school. I use left align, right rag for just about everything. I just think it's so much more interesting to look at than these symmetrical, basically blocks. That said, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with justify type. However, if you are going to justify or your type, you really want to make sure that you don't get these type of, see these spaces in between words. You really got to check for that. Let's go through this and we can see we've got a widow right here. We've got widow right here. Basically, well, technically, I say that's a widow. That's a widow. This is an orphan. That's a line on its own. Don't ever want that. Widow. Technically, that's a widow. Okay, so watch that. Watch those. Next page. Good. Good typeset here. Good typeset. That's an orphan right there. Again, there's a line that's alone. So watch that. Okay, and then a couple other alignment things. Let me grab a guide. We can see that that baseline is out of alignment right there. And one thing I want to mention is that, okay, so you have this page, and I would set this up immediately on this page, okay? I'll pull a guide down here. The top cap line of your first column of type. And I would use that to align my type, all of my type, not this head subhead. So in other words, and that's going to alleviate this problem right here where you don't have a subhead and you are forced to use a drop cap or something, or I'm sorry, not a drop cap, forced to pull your type up closer to that horizontal rule than you have on other pages. So that's creating this inconsistency. I'd like to see that pulled down as if there were a subhead in there. So that would be started all the way right there or so across that page, opening up that area underneath that horizontal rule, underneath your headline. Okay, just like, okay, so this would be, again, so this would be pulled down. This type here, this column here would be in alignment with that. So would the rest of that. Horizontal plane, same here. The image this time would be pulled down, and all of your type would start there. Your whole page, the top of your page would basically be right there for an alignment, for alignment's sake. Same thing here, although, oh, this is good, except this needs to get pulled down. So again, there's your, okay, so that, theoretically, so that's going to get pulled down, which means that needs to get pulled down too to open up that space for consistency. The only thing we're inside there are your headlines. I think that this is kind of unusual because I'm not real sure where your oh, here's another inconsistency right there. See, that's your baseline. So let's get those in alignment down there. 2-column grid. This is going to be interesting placement. Watch your, don't forget you have captions. You also have captions over here like you have there. So. Okay, and then your back cover. Let's go ahead and get some sort of type on your back cover. I don't know, maybe something. I don't know, something just to say, hey, thanks for viewing. Nah, actually, you know what? Actually, I take that back. I'm thinking portfolio. I take that back. I take that back. Your blank back page is just fine. I'd love to see something down there, just a little teaser, something. I don't know. Maybe the website or I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to, a little about, maybe a word about the author. I don't know. Your call. Anyway, great job. Love it, man. I love where it's come. Really, really do. Really do. Good job. Thank you.